I'm Mike KD, and this is This Week in Wrestling. On to Monday night, where that dysfunctional heel trio is out to brag about last week, and despite all the rumors of its impending cancellation, it looks as if Crown Jewel is still on. The money is just too good. Your business partners are accused of murdering a journalist. By accident, but it's just not enough. Now, as if we don't have enough of this rivalry consuming 1/3 of the show and every main event, Rollins will face McIntyre and Dolph Ziggler will face Ambrose in the World Cup of Wrestling tournament, providing even more international flavor. No tactical vests, no nicknames, no amount of name-dropping or cheesesteak sandwiches can erase the epic heat generated by the Chosen One, Roman Reigns, in the City of Brotherly Love. First, it's the Rollins-McIntyre match. And to think these guys could have a great wrestling battle given the chemistry these two possess, but it is fraught with outside interference, run-ins, and the constant pushing of these 6 guys ad nauseum. This one ends in Rollins winning by count-out. So now we have a guy from Massachusetts, Pennsylvania, Missouri, Iowa, North Carolina. What is this, an American tournament? The Bellas have their heads on a swivel. I guess that's what happens when you blindside and lay out a psychopath. Expect repercussions. Bayley is backstage with Lita and Trish, and she better savor this moment, because that's all you're gonna see of the Evolution pay-per-view. And that's sad, because Bayley and Sasha are one of the main reasons the women's evolution in WWE even exists today. It appears Shawn Michaels isn't the only one who lost his smile. Now Ambrose is being an intolerable prick. More replay of the Brothers of Destruction angle with Octogenarian X. Do we really need this? This show is too long already. Undertaker and Kane find the most evil boiler room they can to cut a 1997-looking promo claiming the unification of DX is based on lies. Well, so is that deal with Saudi Arabia. It's a $45 million commercial for a theocratic regime that oppresses women, religious minorities, and murders journalists. Rest in retirement. Now Nia and Ember Moon are friends as they take on the returning Tamina and Dana Brooke. How the hell are these two still employed by this company? A complete waste of time that serves to push a battle royal that includes Tori Wilson. Nuff said. After 250 headbutts and 0 finesse, Ember and Jax win, but it's not over. They then take turns throwing each other out of the ring, like that gives them any momentum or means anything. Now, what I can only describe as the best women's promo in years, where Ronda Rousey runs down the Bella Twins, calling them stereotypical, attention-seeking, talentless, whores, relics that will be ruined and ultimately eviscerated. Rousey then destroys the security team. Awesome. Replay of the Battle Royal from last week, which proves WWE can get something right 5% of the time. Angle's backstage looking like he just got off the plane from Havana. Rude and Gable look more like mid-card jobbers every week. Cue No Way Jose. And everyone dances off. Where are my bullets? Right on schedule, here's Corbin, who wants revenge and books Angle in a match against the Authors of Pain. Ambrose then takes on Ziggler to see who's the best American in the world. An entertaining, stylish combination that is ruined once again by the multiplicity of outside interference, causing Ambrose to lose to Ziggler. Roman tries to break up the shoving match between Rollins and Ambrose to boos. Then Corbin comes out again to monolithic chorus of boos. And guess what? We're getting the 6-man tag again. Balor is facing Mahal again, everybody's role model for the justification for the benefits of testosterone. Good news, Samir Singh is back. Now he can take more bumps because Mahal can't take them. Or sell. Glad I have a PVR. Fast forward, Balor wins. NXT UK this Wednesday. More content. Dysfunctional heels feigning disintegration. Strowman threatening violence again. Why do I pay $11.99 a month when I can't get all the content live? Facebook Live. What a scam. Out comes Lashley looking so good makes you want to slap your mama. Doing his best Lex Luger impersonation. Thankfully, he destroys Tyler Breeze quickly because Leo Rush made this all the more painful. Can you say crickets? Titus tops the Ebony Power 100. Is that where he was? More nostalgia. It's Lita and Trish getting a great reaction because they did a piss-poor job of creating stars. Apparently, they've been kicking butt. Very painful, and they've been at practice. We're not talking about a match. Practice. Whoever wrote this should be fired. Bayley has no more friends. She's lonely. what is she, 12 years old? The way they booked her, I'm not surprised anybody cares. AOP taking on Kurt Angle dressed up in a conquistador outfit in a handicap match. They promptly dispatch him, rip the mask off, only to reveal that it isn't Angle. He then appears on the stage. Angle slams Corbin on the stage. They are going somewhere with this. Too bad it's Corbin. The Riot Squad redecorates Natalia's dressing room with condiments. So badass. Natalya and Ruby Riott then have a meaningless match that serves to elevate no one. What a pretentious guy this guy Elias is. For a guy that has a modicum of talent, he seems to be very particular about his guitar picks. He then proceeds to run down the city of Philadelphia and John Cena, and then, like magic, Apollo Crews reappears from purgatory. Unfortunately for Apollo, you're about to be fed to Elias and return to the back of the catering line. Now for the main event that features The Shield versus the Dysfunctional Heels. This was a good television match, but it ranks third on the matches that they've had thus far. The Shield wins yet another 50-50 booking scenario, after which Strowman attacks Ziggler, then McIntyre lays out Strowman. This guy seems to be being booked very strong, but not too strong, because Roman Reigns. On to Tuesday night with Smackdown Live, and it's the 1000th episode. A hell of an opening. It's amazing how great Smackdown used to be. Truth TV returns. Stephanie McMahon comes out to steal everyone's thunder, take the credit, demasculate the men, and demean the women. Then Shane comes out, just to show her how much more liked he is than her. Then Vince comes out to show everyone how much older he is than the last time he was on television and raise the ratings. Dance break! Like that, then Kaiser Sose, they're gone. Fuck my life. We're getting Mysterio and Shinsuke tonight, and yet another talk segment as the Cutting Edge returns. AJ and Daniel Bryan team up in a I'm facing you, let's make a dysfunctional tag team. Then they proceed to lose to the Usos. Where the hell has this team been? Vicky Guerrero, Teddy Long, and Johnny Laurinaitis in a former GM segment that lasts 35 seconds. Thank Christ. Evolution comes out reminding us how shit the Shield is in comparison. Remember those two crazy old guys from last week? I think Batista found their stash. Randy runs down everybody, puts over himself, Rick woos, and Batista puts over Triple H in his 5-year reign of terror. And the group he put together to put himself over. And of course, Ric Flair's dick. And we're getting Taker. Is there going to be any wrestling on this show? And because the last segment went way too long, The Miz defeats Rusev in a 35-second match when Aiden English provides the obligatory interference. Lana then kicks him in the testicles, and Rusev then smashes him into every piece of steel in Philadelphia. Oh yeah, The Miz is in the tournament too. Diverse. Another talk segment, starring the rated R superstar Edge with Becky and Charlotte. Edge cuts a very heartfelt promo while drunk jackasses chant, "Get the tables." Charlotte then comes out, and a brawl ensues. This is an incendiary rivalry. Can't wait for the Burqa match. Just kidding. Last woman standing at Evolution. Great frickin' segment. It appears we're having an epic pay-per-view from a country that will not be mentioned. As if not mentioning it will make the controversy disappear or forgives anything. New Day takes on The Bar Part 7 for the tag titles because the tag division on SmackDown has gotten so fucking exciting lately. Meanwhile, Sanity is missing. We have no idea where they are. Maybe creative has nothing for them. Why bring them up? Where's Cien Almas? This is a pointless exercise, and these are stupid questions after all. This match gets going, and wow. If we all forgot the chemistry these two teams have, but whoa, Big E delivers the most scary Uranagi these eyes have seen. Then Big Show comes down, puts Kofi through a table, turning heel for the 23rd time, and the Bar capitalizes and wins the tag titles. And it appears the Big Show is the third member of the Bar. If you're looking for a surprise on this episode, that's it. But a Big Show heel turn? That is not a surprise. He made a career of turns. John Cena, new haircut, cheesy monologue. Let's move on. Rey Mysterio and Nakamura in a World Cup qualifying match. That was physical and entertaining. If anyone thought that Mysterio was going to lose this match and allow any international flavor into this international tournament, you were wrong. Out comes Taker with 5 minutes to go, and the audience is thinking, he's not going to make it. Yep, 2:30 to go. Make it quick. This show doesn't have an overrun. Challenge accepted, show over. My, that was an expensive segment, but who cares after Fox gives you $1 billion? Can we at least have the pyro back? Or is it only for the royal family? As if the WWE didn't need any more content, Wednesday afternoon is NXT UK. This one kicks off with Mark Andrews and the universally maligned Joe Coffey. By this point, I need one. Coffey wins with his brother's help in a very physical and acrobatic match. The Coffeys then begin the beatdown, and Flash Webster comes out to swing his motorcycle helmet around and chase off the heels. Mustache Mountain then proves wrestling is alive and well in the UK, and as it appears, the pubs are active as well. The team looks like they are measuring the tag titles for a perfect fit. Sid Scala takes on the Bomber Dave Mastiff. NXT UK's 322-pound Super Hoss, who tosses cannonballs, superplexes, and poor Sid Scala into oblivion. The official then needs to remove poor Sid from the ring with a spatula. Nina Samuels wants to make an example out of Toni Storm, but she beats her anyway to the soundtrack of soccer songs and boisterous, excited crowd. We'll see if this one makes it past week 1. Next week is Tyler Bate against Wolfgang. The main event features the ugliest man in pro wrestling, NXT UK champion Pete Dunne, against the Hebrew Hammer Noam Dar. This was a very good, entertaining match, worth seeing. And if there's any surprise, Dunne retains the title. This is another hour to my weekly watching schedule. It's a good show, but I can't wait till the Mae Young Classic and the Mixed Match Challenge concludes. What a marathon. On to the A show, NXT. The show kicks off with the War Raiders against the Undisputed Era for the tag titles, who put on a tremendous, hard-hitting display of tag team wrestling. On the verge of winning, Bobby Fish comes out of retirement and interferes for the DQ. Shayna Baszler then takes on Britt Baker and defeats her by ref stoppage, then lays her out. Please stay in NXT, Shayna. William Regal is interested in what Nikki Cross knows, and we'll talk to her later. Tian Bing and Rocky, who chased around roosters to train for this match, take on Danny Burch and Oney Lorcan in what can only be a reintroduction, rehabilitation match. They destroy them. Next week, Regal makes an announcement about the NXT Championship for War Games. Bianca Belair then takes on Nikki Cross in the main event. One thing is clear: 26 coffees per day can be harmful. This was a terrific match. Then lights go out. Aleister Black appears. Nikki tells Black who kicked his ass. Black goes into a megalithic rage and the show ends. This should be good. 205 Live, the not-so-live show. But the crowd definitely is pumped for this. They get a treat tonight. Fatal 5-Way. Drew Gulak takes on Akira Tozawa, a really good match that was ruined predictably by Jack Gallagher. The pair then beat down Tozawa until the man with the plan comes down to make the save. All 4 of these guys are in limbo. At least they're not in catering. Apparently everything is about Buddy Murphy and Tony Nese. That's not too bad. Raw is about 6 guys and a nauseating salad spinner. The Kanellis twins say Lindsay Dorado was not personal, it was business. Can someone just make it personal? Because I don't know what kind of business these two have. But now that the baby is born, they're on the only show where they're relevant. Hideo Itami is going to end Mustafa Ali's career, because reasons, and Mustafa Ali is on that road. You know, that rainy road, where it's really raining. Great promo. Too bad he's 195 pounds. Now, for the main event, everybody looked good. Everybody got their stuff in. 20 plus minutes of chaos. Tony Nese wins while the fans chant Essa Rios. Superb. On to the Mae Young Classic and the quarterfinals of the tournament. Meiko Satomura defeats the upstart Lacey Lane. Diona Purrazzo looks impressive again, but loses to Io Shirai, who once again misses her Asai moonsault for the 3rd time. Toni Storm beats Maya Yim, and Tegan Nox suffers a legit knee injury, this time on her good knee in a match with Rhea Ripley. Wow, this girl has guts. Unfortunately, Vince has a very particular attitude towards superstars prone to injury. This could be the end of her career. Let's hope it's not. She's very talented. Rhea Ripley advances. Next week, it's Io Shirai and Rhea Ripley and Toni Storm versus Meiko Satomura. Then I can go to bed an hour earlier. Now on to the Mixed Match Challenge. Asuka. The new streak? Fuck you. Ravishing Rusev Day, no comment. A promo package that shows how crap Bobby Roode has become on the main roster. Apparently Natalia's cat was so devastated at the loss of Kevin Owens, 2 Paws lost Instagram followers. What? Lio Rush again. Can't get me excited for this, and yes, Renee, I know how to use a phone. Michael Cole, you're annoying. Let's get this over with. Now it's time for Rude Pause and the team of Mickie James and the narcissist Bobby Lashley. And despite every effort I made to hate this match, it was good. A hell of a lot of fire, minimal comedy, but like normal resorts to cheap distraction finish. So post-match, Rude Pause, not victorious. Next week will be glorious. Getting through this show is laborious. Now it's Asuka versus Ravishing Rusev Day. Apparently there has been an incredible improvement in Lana's ring work. Shouldn't you know how to wrestle before you work for this company? A competition to see who's more over. Guess what? No surprise. Rusev and Asuka are. The Miz and Lana, not so much. No surprise. Could you imagine what a win for Lana over Asuka would do for her career? Could you imagine what being able to wrestle or even stay out of the ring would do for Lana's career? I digress. Could you imagine if they didn't ruin Asuka's career? In the typical WWE formula, Asuka wins with outside distraction and mind games. Screw the standings, I'm burnt, too much content. That's it for This Week in Wrestling. Couldn't cover the ROH, NJPW, or even Ring of Honor because WWE produces so much content, I need a ginkgo biloba drip to survive 1 week of programming. Don't like the humor? Try the same shit in a university. Don't like Sharia law? Don't go to Saudi Arabia. Don't like the content? I didn't create it. I'm just a security guard. I just observe and report. Until next week, this has been the Knights of the Squared Circle Wrestling Podcast, This Week in Wrestling. Good night. And, yeah, good night. And you know what? Fuck you, Mohammed bin Salman, motherfucker.